Oh yeah, I forgot. This is me this week. Matt's got a sore throat. Can y'all hear me all right?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, right on. I'm trying to wrangle our speaker today. Who this is going to be? Let's see. I'm not even going to tell you what's going on. I'm just going to hope they wander on in, and we'll figure it out. This is going to be sort of an interesting, chaotic whip because we had a last minute cancellation. Matt's like a little bit under the weather. We were possibly taking this week off, but we decided to be like, you know what, fuck it. We're just going to do it anyway. Shout out Foxy Yoga and Dragonade for holding down the pre-whip as always. Shout out Paradox who dropped in these DeLoreans last week and everyone's cruising around on them in world. Let's see. In case you haven't been here or haven't been here in a while or were here last week and weren't paying attention, big announcement last week. Show and I announced that we airdropped WIP coin across about 2,000 people who came through the WIP in the last 5 years or so who signed the guest book. And it will continue to get distributed across people who continue to come out for the WIP and people who continue to help us out and everything. And today's WIP is an extension of that. We're going to try and, Show and I actually, let me do it this way. We have links in case y'all don't know. You should have our Farcaster link. You should have the link to the YouTube video from last week, which will which will give you a look at our live announcement and everything, which was a lot of information to digest, especially if you didn't know it was happening. So it's worth checking it out and watching it all over again if you haven't already. So if you didn't know, you probably have some in your wallet, so we can give you the contract address and tell you about all that. But in the meantime, we all have this collective interest in making this thing work and helping each other's bags, I guess, for lack of a better way of putting it. So this is part of it. Let's see. Before I get into that, you want to make sure that you sign the guest book. All right, dope. I'm getting pinged from our guests. They're hopping in. Let's see. Yes, sign the guest book. If you don't know how important it is, that was the key to getting the airdrop, going back 5 years and everything. It's also the key to getting Fabiano and Patricia's gift today, which appears from being in world. It looks like a cloud, voxel cloud. So get that, amongst other things. If you haven't checked your OpenSea wallet in a while, check it because we've been sending you a whole bunch of shit over the past, forever. So let's see. Sign the guest book. Did I just drop that? Yes, I dropped that. Okay. You got the Farcaster link. You got the link to the YouTube video. Good. If you're in HyperFi, come hang out. Like I said, Paradox dropped in these DeLoreans. If you haven't been in there in a while, make sure you mute your tabs so you're not getting double audio. If you want to fly, you can double tap spacebar. If you want to run, you can press shift. If you want to dance, that's the most important thing, to type /dance. Sweet. We got Rocketman in the house, and I will intro him in a moment. Him, her, I don't actually know. I just wrangled them because I was obsessed with Cobuild, and I'll tell you why in a second. So stick around for the group shot towards the end of the event. We'll pile everybody in world and get a shot with Paradox. As always, stick around with the Afties with show. Collect some WIP coin at the end of the event because that is the sort of flow we're going to be getting into here. So if you don't know, you should know. We've been doing this for 5+ years, 6+, who knows, too many at this point. We've had everybody in Web3 come across our stage. We have a big-ass crew who makes this happen week in, week out. If you donate to the WIPmeetup.eth, it gets chopped up amongst our crew. We just added 2 more crew members this past week. Shout out Juxton and Cheddar Queso for hopping on and lending a hand at shilling us and getting the word out there about how dope we are. They've been long-time members of the fam, and this is beginning to get unwieldy crew. So how long I continue to rattle off everybody's names, I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure something out, but I feel bad if I don't because so many people have helped us get where we are. So before I intro Rocketman and Cobuild, shout out to the crew who helps us make this happen every week. Foxy Yoga, Easy, Paradox Show, Dragonade, Conwolf, Brocock, Fabiano, Patricia, Fractilians, Johan, Matt, Metageist, 9/0, our newest members, Cheddar Queso, Juxton. Thank you all so much. And with that, I'm going to intro Rocketman. So Cobuild is a mini app on Farcaster, and I won't spoil it too much because I'm definitely not the best one to explain it. But I stumbled upon it as a way to get word out for WIPcoin, basically, and it's something that I was able to easily set up, and I was able to import the WIPcoin contract address to my Cobuild thing, and now anyone who's also set up on Cobuild who likes or interacts with my Farcaster posts automatically buys like 5 cents worth of WIPcoin or something like that. And somehow there's like a small liquidity pool that someone set up somewhere for WIPcoin. We didn't get to that yet, so shout out you, whoever you are. Or maybe Cobuild is doing that somehow. I honestly don't know. But my intention in bringing Rocketman and Cobuild here is, once again, we airdrop this coin on everybody. And so we all have a collective interest in, sort of raising the bar here of this community. So if there's some way we can all help out WIPcoin and the stuff we all got in our back pocket, or if there's some way you can help out your own bags, this might be a great vehicle for that as well. So Rocketman, this is the ever precarious mic pass, but I'm going to try and throw it over to you. And if you don't mind telling us a little bit about yourself and what Cobuild is doing, this is a highly intelligent Web3 audience who will appreciate what you're cooking.
For sure. Thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here. Is it cool if I share my screen? Like, are people looking at the Discord? I can do that.
Yes. Yeah, and that'll get ported into the Metaverse parcel and our recording of it as well. So that's perfect. Thank you.
Sweet. Let's see. Give me 2 seconds. So yeah, I'm Rocketman. I've been in crypto for a really long time. I basically am really excited about kind of crypto's ability to bring people together and coordinate people. I feel like we're heading towards a world where we can have some structure and organization on chain that actually outcompetes governments and corporations, and is able to have a mission outside of just pure profit, and people can go work for these new on-chain native organizations. And so, yeah, I'm excited about that. I've always been excited about crypto. I recently built a mini app called Cobuild, which is kind of building towards this vision of a more on-chain organization. And basically the way it works is you come onto the app and you can configure basically a coin for your profile. So if you have a creator coin, if you have a community you're a part of, you can put it in here. Let's see if WIP works, WIP2. So I'm going to go ahead and throw in WIP2 here. So then once I set that coin, whenever somebody likes, comments, follows, or recasts any of my posts, and they've also set up Cobuild, then they'll actually buy a small amount of that coin. So you can think of Cobuild kind of like Noise, except instead of tipping, you're actually buying people's coins that they set up in the app, which is really cool because it's less altruistic, it's super positive sum, I actually get something in return. I've actually bought nearly 300 coins in the last week by just setting up Cobuild, and the value has retained pretty well. I was actually up like $20 earlier today, but basically, like, I've been able to get exposure to a ton more creators, and it's been a really enjoyable experience because I can come in here and basically say, like, I've backed, go ahead and share this, like, I backed 150 creators this week across like 150 different coins. And when I share this, there'll be a nice little preview of everybody that I've backed. So it's gone pretty viral. A lot of people are using it. We've done like 50,000 swaps so far. And yeah, I just think it's really cool because it lowers the barriers to entry for people to collect coins and kind of spread a small amount of money across like a ton of different creators and coins. So that's kind of the high level kind of first step in our master plan, but if anybody has any questions off the bat, I'm happy to answer them.
Yes, and I neglected to mention earlier, if anyone has any questions for Rocketman, please tag show in the general channel of the chat box here. That's where all the links are going to be dropped. And if you want to see Rocketman's screen, click his screen and everything. Rocketman, one of the reasons I wanted to have you here, if you don't mind me live picking your brain, and feel free to pile on, tag show in the chat box if other people have questions. But I wanted to run this scenario by you, man. So the WIP, if you aren't familiar, man, this is a virtual Web3 meetup that's been going on for many years. Last week, we airdropped a community coin on almost 2,000 people who have signed our guest book over the past several years. And many of them know that they have it, many of them don't. Many of them are on Farcaster, and many of them are not. But I stumbled upon Cobuild as an interesting way to potentially mobilize a community like this that sort of has a collective interest in one particular community coin, and the way that our coin is set up is that people who continue to help us out and show up to our events each week will receive some of the WIP coin. And so I wanted to just sort of pick your brain live, if you don't mind. I know you've been out here and you know what you're doing. But with this sort of like live experiment that we've got going on, how do you see, or can you see Cobuild sort of helping lift that project up?
It's a really good question, and it's funny you ask. I just pulled an all-nighter last night actually building this new functionality where every coin actually now has its own page, and you can come in here and join the team. So if I'll show you real quick, and I'll send the link in the Discord actually right now. But basically, I totally agree. I think like part of our master plan is getting people to work together. And so what we've built is this new page where basically I can come in here and join the team. So I'm now on the WIPcoin team. Basically, if anybody likes my posts or comments or follows, then they'll now buy WIPcoin. I can actually see myself in the rankings once I've joined the team. I'm still working on this page a bit, but effectively, I think you'll be able to send this link to people that I just sent in the Discord chat, and whenever they open it, they can click join. They're now on the team. You can rank people by how much they've earned for the community, and then what we're working on is basically a way for you to then allocate some of this coin to the people that have joined the team and are earning for the coin, if that makes sense.
It does, man. I'm going to pass the mic over to Show to see if any other questions have rolled in from the audience. In the meantime, I would still have a couple questions to pick your brain about our specific project with our community and our community coin and everything. But let me throw the mic over to Show.
Hey, how's my audio?
Good.
All right, awesome. Hey, man, first off, let me just say congratulations for having an awesome mini app and having it take off. I know how difficult it is, so shout out to you.
It's been a grind, but I appreciate that.
Yeah, I know. So I have a couple of questions here. First one is this your first app overall on any platform?
We've been working with NounsDAO we used to work with NounsDAO, and we built this grants program. So I guess you can say that was one of our other apps. But in terms of first mini apps, yeah.
Okay, that's awesome. What would you say is the main thing about Farcaster that separates it from any other platform? And what particular niche are you looking to fill or take advantage of?
Yeah, good question. I think Farcaster has been great because I think two things. A, all the data is open, so like what we built literally wouldn't be possible on Twitter because the APIs are like 50 grand a month, and they probably would have shut us down if we got big. So A, the data is open, which lets us build these cool experiences around like taking in your likes and follows and comments and turning those into actual swaps. So that's really cool. And then I think the other thing is like the whole mini app experience and the embedded wallet, especially on mobile, makes it like 100 times easier for people to spend crypto, which I think is great because I'm sure as most of y'all have experienced, the mobile wallet situation in crypto really sucks. Like going across deep links, opening new apps to just approve something simple. So having it all embedded in like the feed and in the social app you're using is really killer.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, your second question was about like what kind of like what our target market or audience is, or
correct.
yeah, I think what I've always been excited about with crypto is figuring out ways to get people to come together and build together and earn together. And I think the tools out there are really bad for this right now. But I just see this like huge opportunity again to build this new like natively on-chain organization that can potentially like outcompete companies and governments over the long run. And I think like there's such a clear opportunity there for me. So I guess kind of our target market, I guess, is people that are interested in either supporting or building for this like next generation of on-chain movements.
That's awesome. What would you say is the most important thing for let's say like a creator token, a social community token, a utility token on Farcaster to achieve more notoriety or attention?
Yeah, I would say at least for like a token that a group of people are coming together around, having a good mission and actually like making progress towards like work and impact and whatever that may be that like starts to accomplish that mission and show it to the world, I think is really important. I think like there's tons of coins out there that claim to do XYZ things, and it's really just like one or two people trying to pump it, and everybody just got an airdrop, and it's kind of this like lazy system. But I think if you've got, for example, like community meetups running every week, and the whole group's excited about growing those or doing some sort of other like I guess any sort of impact in the world, and like can come together around some vision or mission for the world, and then actually like have everybody in the community like doing things in line with that vision and like building towards that vision. I think that to me is like what's really going to set apart like the next kind of cycle of coins and groups of folks coordinating around them.
That's cool. We have a question from Paradox. He would like to know, what's the best way to get involved?
Yeah, so I would definitely just check out, I think we're 7 on the rankings today, but definitely just check out the Cobuild mini app. I'll send the link really quick. And set up your account. You can also click that Teams link that I sent for WIP Coin if you want to join the team there. But yeah, you can basically
say, man, I want to make sure people are getting your links here. They might be, oh, okay, you're in the, we're in the general channel here. I'm going to copy your links here and paste them in the general channel. Dude, I also want to, so here's the link to the mini app. But dude, this is like a perfect segue, man, because if people are interested in getting set up on Cobuild, like you were saying, it's a good way to, you know, sort of just low effort, affordably buy into other people's coins as you interact with people. But dude, there's a ton of people, we distributed this coin last week. There's a lot of people who ask how they can help us out all the time. And so this is like a very low effort way that if people don't have a coin associated with them, they could easily import the WIP contract address into Cobuild, and then it just supports WIP coin automatically, like essentially, right? And so I was hoping, I'm going to drop the WIP contract address in the general channel here. And then do you mind just like walking through how people can support if they want to do that?
Yeah, so I guess like I was saying earlier, I actually have been working on this new Teams functionality on Cobuild. So if you click the link that I just sent in the main chat, you can actually go to this page and you'll be able to just see a join button here, and you can actually join the WIPcoin team, and you don't even have to manually paste in the contract address. And then once you're on the team, you can actually see like everybody else who has joined the team. You can see like the growth rate, how much has been raised for the coin, how many total swaps, stuff like that. So yeah, you can click that link I sent in general. When you join the team, anytime somebody who has their Cobuild set up like likes, comments, or follows you, they'll actually buy some WIP coin.
Hey, thanks for letting me interject. So you heard it. Simple way. If you're in the general channel here, you can click right through to join the WIP coin squad, team, gang, whatever we want to call ourselves. There's probably an official term, but that's how you can easily low effort support us and accrue like a whole bunch of random shit coins, you know, at the same time. You know, Show, thanks for letting me like slide in here, man. But I wanted to get a concrete example of how people could, you know, easily help us out here.
No, it's all good. So Rocketman, I'm just curious about one thing. So when you say that they're buying the token from the, they're not necessarily minting from the contract, correct? They're purchasing from a liquidity pool that's associated with the token. Is that correct?
Yeah, we use zerox.org to route swaps, so I think it just finds like the cheapest liquidity pool that it can route your swap through. Exactly.
Via the contract address.
Yep.
Okay, just for clarity's sake. Lastly, what would you say is the singular thing that Cobuild needs in order to get to whatever is the next phase of your plan going into 2026?
Yeah, good question. I really think like it's kind of a rough draft right now. Like I just finished the basic infrastructure last night, but that link I just sent where you can actually join teams, I feel like that's going to be like our killer feature where we'll be able to reward and incentivize a bunch of people to come together and build together to actually like grow the communities that they're a part of. And I think what's really cool is like we can effectively like incentivize like all sorts of new, like, for lack of a better word, like work being done in crypto. Like I feel like a lot of what's been going on so far is just like people trying to chase the next big thing, and there hasn't been a clean outlet for people to actually like stop for a second and basically just like actually build around a shared vision or brand. So yeah, I'm hoping this new teams functionality where you can basically join a team, build together and earn together will really unlock the next upgrade for us and next 10,000 users.
Got you. And lastly, we have a quick question from Easy in Crypto. He would like to know, would it be possible if we could drop our Cobuild token holders some kind of art NFT as a thanks?
Yeah, that's a great question. We don't have that built into the mini app right now, but it should be pretty easy either for you to, you can either click on, so if like I go to my portfolio and see my backers, I can either come in here and just go to their profile, their Farcaster profile, and you can pull the address from here, but probably it would be better if we had some sort of export. So I can add like a CSV export or something to do like a address download for all your backers if you want to do that.
Dude, really appreciate you hopping on, and this is super interesting and potentially very helpful for our community, honestly, and a low effort way that people can get involved and help us out. So if you've been paying attention, the team link is in the general channel, and that's how you can get involved. Pretty much everyone here in the audience either has some allocation of WIP coin or is going to get some if they hang out today. So, you know, help us push the thing. You know, if you were here last week, you know, Show unloaded a ton of other examples and ideas of what we got cooking on the back end. But in the meantime, anything we can do to get the word out there and, you know, help the community grow and everything is, you know, is a good thing. So, real quick, Rocketman, just curious, other projects, stuff out there that either inspired this or inspires you? Curious to know what else out there that's not necessarily related to this that is of interest to you.
Yeah, good question. I love nouns. I think it's like one of the coolest things I've ever seen in crypto. So nouns.wtf, nouns.dao. If you haven't heard of it, definitely check it out. Outside of that, I would say I think some of the stuff with like streaming money with Superfluid is really cool. Oh, another one that's awesome actually. I'll send the link. Or RevNets. If you're familiar with like Juicebox and like Constitution DAO, RevNets are built on top of that, and it's kind of like this new new way for people to raise money on chain that is a lot fairer and I think more incentives aligned than a lot of these existing token launchers. So definitely check out RevNets and Nouns too if you haven't seen them.
Yo, fantastic, man. Thank you very, very much for hopping on. We did not have a specific in-world component to this event, but that does not mean that we're not going to take a group shot. I'm going to make sure I drop the guest book list for anyone who didn't sign that, so you can get today's giveaway from Fabiano Patrizia. Grab your WIP coin on the way out. Make sure you stick around for the afties in order to get that, though. But in the meantime, I'm going to drop the link for everybody to hop in World to Hyperfy. We're going to get Paradox's theme song rolling. We got the real Paradox in the house for the group shot. And yeah, hop in World and yeah, do the thing.
Just a humble cameraman looking for a tiny bit of attention. It's me, Paradox. Get your asses in line and smile for the fucking camera. No one cares about Matthew and Rizzle, that's for sure. It's about me, Paradox. I'm taking over the show.
Alrighty, how am I sounding? 2 out of 10, 10 out of 10, 20 out of 10. Thank you, Dragonate. Okay, cool. Right. What we're going to do is we are going to take a group photo at this point, but what I want everyone to do first is I want everyone to go grab a car as quick as you can. If you don't know where the cars are, there are various garages scattered around under the buildings. So open the doors, grab a car, and then I need everybody to follow the big monster truck code trip Metageist car. So Dragonate's going to play like, I don't know, 30 seconds worth of... Oh, my car disappeared. 30 seconds of music to get everyone ready, and then follow the Metageist big black truck, which I'm about to get in. Go, Dragonate, go! Everyone grab a car.
Dance with me.
Okay.
Dance with me.
Okay, there's a few people not with cars. If you can always jump in a car with somebody else. There's a couple of seats left on here. All right, just because we haven't been for a drive for a little while, so everyone follow the truck, please. Play the music again. All right.
Dance.
Thank you, Dragon. Yeah, there's some issues going on with the cars this week. So apparently there's ghost driving cars. My car keeps disappearing. All right, let's let's cut our losses. Everyone on top of the mushroom in the middle, please, because that did not go to plan. All right, jump out your cars, please. Yeah, Dragonite driving 2 cars at once somehow.
And even
everyone
though I'm
drive back to
outside of the
middle.
one now, I'm still driving the other.
We have no idea what's going on. All right, cool. Let's give everyone 10 more seconds. And, right, okay, so, tell you what. You're going to be looking at the watermelon, right? So let's see, a couple of people left. Spacebar to fly, cool. I think that's nearly everyone. A couple more people left. No, all right, cool. That's going to just about do it, right? Let's get my watermelon in. Dragonate, play the music. I'm going to take some photos. Beautiful. What's with the hard cutoffs, Dragonate? Do better. Love you.
Chaos.
All right. All right, that's everything from me this week. I'll catch the rest of you next week. Cheers, guys. Paradox out.
Yo, shout out Paradox for doing the group shot as always. Fabiano and Patrizia for doing this week's giveaway. Make sure you sign the guest book. I dropped the Cobuild WIP coin gang link above. So if you're on Farcaster and you got an extra $1 or $2 of USDC sitting around, help out the WIP gang and support the WIP coin. Y'all will be getting some today as long as you hang out to the end. I think that's just about everything for today. Shout out Matt's throat. We hope it gets better, so he's back next week, but we managed to do it without him. Anything else? I don't think so. This is normally when I'm like, yo, Matt, did I forget anything? And he's like, nah, you're good. Yo, I will see everybody next week. Stick around for the Afties with show and support the crew. There you go.
Wait, is this thing on?
Yeah! Yeah! It's time for the FTs! Hot takes, opinions, thoughts. Let's go!
Hold on, y'all. Hold on 1 second. Wait, easy. I didn't even ask yet. Just kidding. No, man. Hold on, man. Hold up. Trying to arrange my. Dude, it's 3:30. I'm not used to being so punctual with the Afties. Just give me two fucking seconds, man. God damn it. I swear I had an entire plan here. I swear there was a plan. It was well thought out.
Lies.
Two cups of coffee. I'm on 2 cups of coffee, I swear. All right, y'all. This is okay. All right. Let me for what I want to lead you all off on. I mean, that's kind of boring. But I'll shift it to the back. What's fun? You know what? This is kind of fun. Let me and where's this? Okay. Actually, yeah, we can start off with this. See, fam. Normally, so there's prep. There's always prep to the psychosis and the madness. I just present it as if it's like, oh, I'm winging it. Oh, I'm just like, no. There's a whole mindset behind things coming to fruition and things happening. All right, so click on me in the voice channel. Click on me. That was it. I'm always mindful of your time. Okay, I'm always mindful of your time. First off, let me just say this. The WIP bounty board. The WIP bounty board. Like I told you last week, if you want to earn more of the WIP coin, you can participate. So this doesn't necessarily make you part of the WIP crew proper. You are WIP fam. So the bounties are they're fair game. They're open to all. So originally it was specifically for the team, but it's open for anyone who is interested. All you have to do is DM me. But this is for more so for the WIP fam who've been coming for years and years and years. So shout out to the newbies. I love you. But you'll be able to participate too. Just but more so, this is the deal. This doesn't necessarily grant you the full WIP crew title proper. All right. In the future, I'm sure in the future, there's an opportunity there, But yeah, so if you're interested, just DM me, and I'll add you to the bounty board, and you can get going. That being said, most of the payouts for the bounties will happen on Fridays after the WIP. Also, what else? What was the other thing? Oh yeah, if you stay to the end of the WIP without server muting or server deafening, you're trying to gamify this. while the WIP token accrues value. I get it. I'm not stupid. I'm not dumb, and neither are the other members of the WIP crew. Just bear in mind, hey, like we see, okay. But anyway, if you stay to the end of the entire event, you will share your wallet address with me, and you will receive your attendance reward. Right, so that's just how that shit goes, okay. And also, if you're offended by me cursing when it's supposed to be very buttoned up and professional, I don't really know what to say. Okay, so there's that. All right, so that being said, adjust your headphones, adjust your speakers, adjust your anything that's involving volume. And I apologize if there's noise. It's just fucking the world. Okay, but oh yeah, WIP fam, WIP fam. WIP fam, what the fuck is up? I'm your host, Show. You already know. If you don't know, you will know by the end of shit. If you thought that was a lot of me saying things, I'm gonna say a whole lot more now. But by the end of this tirade, this fucking nonsensical tirade that I'm about to go on, because there have been things happening in the space, not as exciting as it used to be, not as depressing. It's still kind of weird. The space as a whole is still kind of weird. I'm gonna talk to you while I get some coffee, so I can pontificate. The space is strange, man. The space is odd. It's so weird that the price of ETH hasn't broken the ceiling. And I'm not surprised. I'm gonna give you a reason why the price of ETH isn't breaking the ceiling. It's funny. A lot of times people don't know the power of the alpha that comes from the AFTs, the very well curated information that is presented during the AFTs. I can get very surgical when it comes to breaking down things that are happening in the space, while people do somewhat surface level kind of quote unquote news journalist reporting on crypto. they have all these accolades, but they still don't understand what the term solidity means. Well, by the way, y'all, I can add solidity dev to I can add that to my list of skills. In addition, and soon I'm gonna be able to add React Invite dev, front end, back end, UI dev as well. Skilled in Next.js, skilled in Node, skilled in Python. I'm gonna the fucking flexes, and it's crazy. It's just crazy. Like shout out to everybody who got the airdrop last week. Like if you didn't hear before, it took a lot of time. I'm not gonna spend too much time on it because you already know. We already talked about it. But it took a lot of time. It takes a lot of know-how. You can't just vibe code your way through a token. That's why many companies are hired to do it for other people, or you go into their product or whatever. If you do it on your own, though, it takes a certain level of skill and determination and persistence. So anyway, shout out to anyone else who knows what I'm talking about. So yeah. All right, I want you to click on me. Look at this right here, because World Liberty Financial finally dropped their token. Speaking of Solidity, speaking of blockchains and stuff, they finally dropped their token. And this is a news reporter reporting on it, and they don't really know much, but you know, this is what it is. This is just the life of crypto life. And, it's crazy because Eric Trump in February said, hey, y'all, buy the crypto dip or whatever he said. And then the fucking price of Ethereum tanked and it fucking ruined a lot of lives, mine included. So it's just interesting how they're finally dropping this shit now. And I just want us all to listen to it like a family, like the family that we fucking are. All right, tell me if the volume is low or high. I'm going to play this. 3, 2, 1.
Officially launching its WFLI token on Monday. Trading is flourishing right out of the gate, with value nearly hitting $1 billion within the first hour. Donald Trump Jr. writes this on X: "This isn't some meme coin. It's the governance backbone of the real ecosystem. changing how money moves, freedom and finance, and America First home team. Joining me now is one of the men behind the digital token, World Liberty Financial co-founder, Zach Witkoff, also the CEO. Zach, great to see you.
Thanks, Maria. It's great to be with you.
Thank you so much for being here. Congratulations. This sounds like an incredible moment in time for you.
Yeah, it definitely is. We launched the WLFI token on Monday. It's trading at, I believe, $23 billion FDV right now on billions of dollars of volume, and we accomplished that in a little over a year. So it's quite an accomplishment. You know, the team is quite proud of our efforts here, and our community is thrilled. What
underpins the token?
Yeah, so what underpins the token, when you own a WLFI token, you own a piece of our ecosystem. It gives you an active stake in the ecosystem.
I'm sorry, you know I have to stop. Hold on. Hold the fuck on. Hold the fuck on. So, you know, obviously in the meat space, everyone is so used to the fiat dollar and then the misconception that the US dollar is backed by gold. But they don't know that it hasn't been backed by gold since the Nixon era. Because literally, what was it, 71, 72, 73? One of those years, they separated two. Because gold wasn't doing that great. It wasn't at the time, so it was the gold standard. It was kind of off. So they did that. And now it's just backed by vibes. The US dollar is just backed by vibes. Don't believe me? Do a Google search. Do a Google search, and then you ask Google, right? Talk to Sergey, right, himself, right? And then you ask them, is the US dollar backed by gold? Yes or no, right? It's been backed by just vibes, which is the reason why inflation and all kinds of things, it's made up. So anyway, the fact that we were buying into the world financial ecosystem, whatever the fuck he's talking about, it's so funny. You're using buzzwords that I've used. No, but I really mean them when you're saying something else. But what the fuck does that even mean in relation to this token? I don't know. Does that mean that I'm part of the White House ecosystem? Am I part of the White House? I don't know.
And it lets you vote and participate in the future of the ecosystem. At the center of this ecosystem, Maria, is the USD1 stablecoin, the fastest growing stablecoin on Earth today. We have $2.7 billion of volume in just under 3 months.
Wait, what? Huh? Is anyone else listening to that? Did anyone just hear what the fuck he just said? I've never heard of USD1. The fastest growing. How is it the fastest growing? And I didn't hear about it. None of you heard of it. And then how much did he say? Something billion? What? Huh? I thought this was a conversation about the World Liberty Financial Token, not a stable token. So this is a 2 token launch. Or which one came first? I'm confused. So you have a stable token backing this token that Eric Trump or Don J, which one was it? I forgot. All the kids have the same name to me. I don't know, and they all have a slick back hair too. It looks like 80s era Trump, by the way. So I can't tell the difference anymore. But wait, so there's 2 tokens now, and or did a stable coin launch first and then this token? And then I didn't realize that you could have like a number in the ticker, USD1. That's the ticker, or maybe there was. I just haven't been paying attention for years. That people use numbers and tickers now. I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on. I know, but I don't know, but I know. But so wait, and then also wait, one more thing. So why not Tether? Why not Circle? I'm confused. Why not the new XRP stable token? I'm confused. Oh, USD1 okay, so it exists, felons? Oh my god, oh my god, I don't want to touch that shit. I don't want to touch it.
It took the biggest players in the industry, Circle and Tether, 3 and 5 years respectively to get to those kind of numbers. And we also trade between 500 million and 1 billion of volume a day, which shows you the demand out there for our stablecoin.
Tell me about World Liberty and how you monetize this business. How do you make money on this?
how does USD1 make money?
Yeah.
USD1 makes money by taking the deposits it receives for its stablecoins and then just buying U.S. Treasuries and short-term cash equivalents. It's one-to-one backed. It's secure.
Hold on, man. Hold the fuck up. Hold the fuck up. I'm sorry. Listen, we are a knowledgeable community. We're breaking shit down when we hear something that doesn't make sense. When we hear something that just doesn't connect. I'm sorry, sir. You're taking a community's. Oh my God, dude. Wait, hold on, man. You're taking money to buy other risky assets? And then, like, isn't that like. Do you hear me audibly sighing? Bernie Madoff did something like this. Alameda Capital did something like that. So are you a fund? Are you? Man, okay. A shell construct for political favors, one James.
It's safe and it's transparent, and we think it's the future of finance.
Why do you think there was so much demand? I mean, you said you went to what? The zero to multi-billions in a couple of what, weeks, months?
We went from 0 to 23 billion in just about a year. And I think that there's a large appetite out there for stable coins, right? You've seen that with Circle and Tether, but those projects don't have a governance token behind them that lets you be an active participant in the ecosystem.
Sir, the reason why they don't have a governance token because because someone just explain to him why there isn't a governance token that's controlling a stable coin. Oh God, wait, I just can't. Just let me keep going.
So I think that makes our project really unique.
And what are the strategic relationships that you've got to have in order to create this ecosystem?
Yeah, so we have really strong partnerships with, the world's leading exchanges like Binance, Coinbase, OKX, Bybit, BitGet, Kraken.
By the way, you look at any of those exchanges, the volume is soaring.
It's soaring because there's a massive appetite out there for crypto today. Like I said, it's safer, more transparent, and ultimately it's a better way to transact.
Tell me about the impact on the banks. I was reading this earlier, the Lindsay Group out with this report. It says widespread crypto adoption is not without consequence. And, Mickey Bowman had a point at the conference I was at in Jackson Hole the other day that the challenge from crypto is not one that the Fed can afford to lose. So if you can't beat them, join them. And then she goes on to say that if the depositors flee in the banks to blockchain-based mediums of exchange, the cheap source of bank funding disappears. We just had Thomas Michaud on saying, yeah, that's the big risk for the banks.
Yeah, listen, I think I really view this as an opportunity to the banks, right? I think they have an opportunity to embrace this technology. And, we're reaching our hands out to the banks and saying, come work with us.
Let me, again, I have to pause when I hear something that doesn't make sense. You know why? Because no one else is going to pause and point out something for their Twitter spaces and explain why something just doesn't add up. Other than this, other than the Appies, other than the WIP Meetup proper, no one is going to say, hey, y'all, this just doesn't add up. So, first off, the question was wrong. A crypto depositor running off without paying a bank already within that notion, suggestion, whatever the fuck that was, a declarative statement. First off, if you custody your own crypto, why would you? That's permissionless. That you're already self-sovereign. You own your own wallet. If you're interacting with a bank, already there's a misunderstanding towards this dynamic. It's one-sided. If you're looking for a bank loan and you're collateralizing your crypto, I understand, because dealing with the meat space and digital and like we're still working on that. But that doesn't necessarily mean that you have to do it this way. And this is NFA DYOR. I'm just pointing out from my perspective. I could be totally fucking wrong. I probably am wrong, but I just want to point out the fact that the concept that if you're taking out, like, this is what the assumption is, you're taking out a bank loan using crypto and then, oh, shadowy supercoder, they're running off without paying back the bank for what was borrowed. That's bad. And I'm like, people already do it with fiat already. Crypto or not, people do that with fiat. And what do you do with people who do fiat anyway that run off? You can see a wallet address at any time. People create bank accounts and all kinds of fraud and all kinds of shit all the time, and banks have issues. But you're worried about someone running off because there's crypto involved. And then what else did they say? I forgot what else they said too. That totally. I don't know what he said. He's like, he just kept saying there's an appetite. Clearly, he's hungry about something. Let me roll that back real quick.
I really view this as an opportunity to the banks, right? I think they have an.
Oh, not that. Where was it? I can't see the thingy. Okay, here.
Said Thomas Michaud on saying, yeah, that's the big risk for the banks.
Yeah, listen, I think I really view this as an opportunity to the banks, right? I think they have an opportunity to embrace this technology, and, we're reaching our hands out to the banks and saying, come work with us. We don't think it necessarily has to be competitive, but, if they don't get on board quickly, I do think that, it's going to be trouble for them. So
banks have tried. Hey, remember we talked about this last year and the year before that, Custodia Bank tried. And you call them criminals. All thanks to Senator Warren. Who else tried? First Reserve Bank, Silver something tried. These were all crypto-friendly, real-world banks with brick and mortars. Well, like the last two, not Custodia, but the last two were all brick and mortar institutions that you alienated. You alienated and you labeled them incorrectly. And they were friendly as you can say with a bank. I don't even think banks can be friendly towards crypto because it's just like apples and oranges, oil and vinegar. But still, as friendly as you could fucking be. And you alienated them anyway.
I think there's a big opportunity today. This technology is here, and it's not going anywhere. And the banks can either embrace it or they won't. What
do you want to see in terms of this Clarity Act getting stuck now in the Senate a bit? I mean, the Genius Act is being heralded as so important for stable coins. So is there anything you want to see in the regulatory backdrop here?
Yeah, listen, I try not to concern myself with legislation too much. We're really focused on building world-class financial infrastructure, again, guided by transparency, compliance, and, serving our customers at the end of the day. That being said, I think the Genius Act is an incredible piece of legislation. I think President Trump is the greatest president of all time, and his domestic policy successes, as well as his foreign policy successes, speak to that. And, I applaud him and the entire administration. I think they're doing just a fantastic job.
Well, he was so spot on this. And, of course, he knew early on that this was an area the U.S. needed to dominate over China. China is looking to jump into this $3.8 trillion crypto market. Hong Kong rolling out new legislation to bring digital assets into their economy. But traders and leaders in the industry are growing frustrated with Hong Kong's strict crypto rules.
Ma'am, young lady, Hong Kong isn't brand new to crypto. And also their rules aren't strict. Your rules, the U.S. government's rules, were strict on crypto. You know who kept crypto afloat over the past, I don't know how many fucking years? China. Specifically, trading in Hong Kong. The Ethereum in its inception, the first thing that happened was Vitalik went to China. and presented it like he did all these talking things, whatever, to sell traders and people there on the benefits of Ethereum. China, like they were the biggest, like they. I mean, I'm sorry, it's a massive fucking. Oh, God damn it! Why? See, why is her stupidity like mind tricking me into speaking her way? Like saying like. God damn it, just keep going.
What about that? How would you compare the U.S. and China in this fast-growing crypto space?
Yeah, I think President Trump, like you said, is a visionary leader, and he recognized that in the last administration, we had really pushed a lot of the crypto business offshore. I think President Trump, in the first few months of his presidency, has reversed that in a major way. You're seeing crypto businesses not only started onshore, but returning, onshore when they were previously domiciled offshore. So I think the U.S. is going to continue to win under President Trump's leadership, and I'm really excited about it.
Of course. I mean, there's a lot of excitement around it. Tell me more about the process of the token. Do you want to lower the amount of tokens out there? What's the goal? Yeah, it's a great question. So we actually just burned 47 million tokens of World Liberty Financial WLFI. It's roughly $11 million. We also put up a governance proposal because our community gets.
Y'all, did y'all hear that? Please tell me y'all heard that. Did y'all hear this? Keep in mind, World Liberty Financial, the token just launched. There's certain words here. So yeah, thank you, MK Dragon, right? You caught that. So the terminology he's using sounds a lot like a DAO, right? Our community governance token. We just put out you put out a proposal. Who's the DAO? Who's the community? What community? You just launched the token. Is it the community that surrounds USD1? And then you just burn 47 million tokens. So you just burn all these tokens. What to inflate the value of the circulating supply? Yeah, I get it. But why? Why for someone to exit? You just launched. You just launched. I don't know, man. NFA DYOR, that's all I gotta say.
On the direction of our platform to take all of the trading fees from World Liberty Financial and use those to buy back and burn the token, thereby creating this deflationary mechanism. We expect the community to pass that proposal. I think they're quite excited about it. But yes, there's a plan to buy back and burn tokens. So how does that play out? I mean, what's the impact of burning down the tokens? Well, listen, when you're reducing supply, constantly, you're pushing the price up in the system. Yeah, you're pushing the price up, but this isn't done to push the price up. This is done, to support the community and to support those that have supported us. It's very similar to a share buyback, right? And so, I think the community is quite excited about buybacks. The greatest projects on Earth, like Hyperliquid and BSC, employ a similar mechanism. And
listen, I'm a fan of burning tokens, all right? I'm a fan of buybacks too. It's just when I hear what he's talking about, I'm just like just as a whole, I'm just like, all right. I'm just like, all right, I'm not necessarily like, I'm not judging. I'm just like, all right, I mean, feels very short term, feels very like flash in the pan, like immediate results. I understand. I'm just like, wait, okay.
And we're quite excited about it. Well, the Witkoff family is changing the world in many ways. Your father, of course, Steve Witkoff, has done an incredible job. Zach, congrats. Thanks very much. Please come back to give us a status check. Thanks so much. Will do, Maria. Good to see you. Good to see you as well. Zach Witkoff here. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Shout out to Steve Witkoff. I don't know who the fuck you are, but yeah, shout out to you. Speaking of burning, right? you can see on the screen, I'm sharing this article from Cointelegraph. World Liberty burns 47 million tokens in a bid to pump the price as the slide continues. Very important. As the slide continues. You know, since to stem a price drawdown, yeah. Hey, man. I get it. No, wait. I'm jumping the gun. Where's I just want to show. Where was that at? I want here it is. I think is this? No, it's where's oh man, there was so Justin's son. Oh, here it is. There we go. So yeah. So there was a slide. There was a slide in the value of the price, but he was talking up the price as if things were hot, right? Didn't he say that things were like hot? There was all a billion trading, marketing things on all these exchanges. So burning, buying back in order to stave off the decline, to stave off the sell-off. A sell-off is expected. You just lost. It's expected. It's called a shakeout, a dispersal from the weak hands and the strong hands who believe in a narrative. But if you have a governance, you have a governance token associated with a stable token, and then a community, and then but the community is excited about a burn because you're promising the value, the price go up. You know who else believed? Justin's son, his WLFI. Let me zoom in. His address is blacklisted after a $9 million transfer on Thursday. So he trades it. So he loses $9 million, and then it gets blocked. Tron founder Justin Sun's World Liberty Financial token address was blacklisted on Thursday after transferring 50 million tokens that was worth $9 million to crypto exchange HCX. So HCX blocked it. On-chain data from Nansen Argus shows it was flagged. So restricting certain users from selling tokens and pressuring price. So Steve Witkoff's son, what was his name? Zach? So Zach called called HCX and said, "Hey man, they're selling. There's a slide. We can't burn and buy back in time. Tell him stop selling." So they said, "No problem. We're gonna freeze it just for you, Zach. We're gonna freeze it. Just for you." So you know, Justin's son is a fucking degen. No matter how you put it, no matter how you feel about it, Justin's son is a degen as possible. He's gonna he sees an opportunity and he's gonna take advantage, and he did that. He was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna make these gains realized very quickly." And he did it. He did it, but they stopped him. "No, you're gonna liquidate us." "No shit, man. The name Trump is associated." Oh man, that sucks, man. I don't know who I'm saying it sucks for. I guess it sucks for Zach and it sucks for Justin. It sucks for both parties. The DeFi things are DeFi things. Speaking of DeFi, degen DeFi stuff and selling things. I want to highlight this. By the way, if you're in the voice channel, you just hear my voice. Click on me in the voice channel. Look at what I'm sharing. So shout out to Washer Guru. Ethereum Foundation announces intent to sell 10,000 ETH. That's worth 43 million. So hey, Zach, 9 million is scary, but god damn it, at least you aren't selling 10,000 of your World Liberty Financial token or your USD1, and you're part of the team. Shit. No, I get it. Listen, I'm all about this if you're rolling part of it in two things, or if you're like, you have to pay off costs in order to keep the greases flowing, in order for the better, greater good of everything involved, keeping you alive and also keeping the project alive at the same time. You know, I'm just saying that, you know, after launching a token last week, I'm just letting you know, right? I'm not a fan of fucking destroying some shit until like that's fucking ridiculous. That's fucking like that's scammy bullshit. That's not what I'm talking about. This right here is crazy. This is crazy because, you know, the Ethereum Foundation was reportedly saying that they're turning a new leaf. They're turning a new leaf, right? And they're being more acceptable because they realize, like, hey, we've been selling 12 months of a year, 12 months make up a year, every month for 4 years straight. They have been, or actually 4 quarters of a year for 4 years straight, they have been selling Ethereum in order to keep the lights on. But this is a lot of ETH to keep the lights on. How many of you motherfuckers need all this to keep the lights on if you're not doing anything for ETH as a whole? That was the thing that I was confused about, because the Ethereum Foundation isn't necessarily devs. The Ethereum Foundation, like, I didn't understand this. You know why? You know, so I was curious about something. I did a little detective work, and I brought this up a couple of weeks ago, but I want to highlight this again. I want you to look at this right here. This is a job breakdown for the Ethereum Foundation. DeFi protocol specialists. All right, I just want to show you that. I'm going to show you that. We're going to get back to that, but I just want to show what the comments are saying. One person saying, why are they selling? I don't know, TJB, LFG. Benji, you know, Benji is a fucking, you know, talking head crypto personality. He said 400,000 was bought this week alone, and then 10,000 being sold this month is inconsequential. You know, dude, you're a fucking talking head. You were paid. You were paid to say any foundation sale is to grow the network by paying for human and research expenses. Who's being paid? Who's being paid? Right, the research such that even more people wish to deploy onto it and thus bring more value. No, man. No, man. No, man. No. You can't tell me that money is going to Aave, because I'm going to show you why. SharpLink, like, the money's not going to pay for SharpLink. Isn't that the guy who wants to be the next Michael, whatever the fuck, from Strategy? But for Ethereum, he's supposed to be buying, not you selling the shit and then you backing. Why are you doing this? Wait, there was someone else. Wait. There was a. I'm trying to find it. Someone made a very good point. Shouldn't the Ethereum Foundation have multiple liquidity pools and things? And speaking of Aave, shouldn't they have some form of yield-bearing something in order to pay their team? Instead of selling ETH proper, wouldn't you, being Ethereum Foundation, being the front runners of your own token, shouldn't you have a mechanism or flywheel that provides dividend or yield-bearing interest? I mean, let me put it in simpler terms. Shouldn't you have a thing from activity that generates income for the people who are associated with Ethereum Foundation instead of selling the actual token? Wouldn't you sell the actual token in hard times? It's not hard times right now. You know how I know? Because the price of Ethereum is above 4,000 something, sitting at close to its all-time high, and it's fucking stagnant as shit. But it's been stagnant for fucking months. And then it finally grew in August for like out of fucking nowhere and liquidated people like me. If you had yield bearing something on, let's say, Aave, on the interest. This is not a bank where you get 0.00 year to date, year to month interest on your fucking asset that you have in the savings, whatever, just from activity. This is crypto, man, and you're fucking you're the Ethereum Foundation. You should be having like a lot of yield-bearing interest money being accrued for you to pay salaries and things like that and initiatives that you're spearheading. Just off of that. That's how BlackRock survived. That's how hedge funds survive. Vanguard. They don't sell the war chest. But if you're consistently generating the token, you would think, oh yeah, just like Benji said, oh they just bought 400,000 of it. We can sell 10. This isn't the beginning of Ethereum. This isn't 2015. This isn't August 1st, 2015. You know how I know that they don't understand? It's going back to this. Anyone who's still following me, if you like, this may be a little fast for you. The information may be a little like over your head. Let me just break this down. In crypto, what makes crypto great is the fact that you can do things like a liquidity pool, and then earn interest off of pool tokens. You can do things like a yield bearing something on an Aave. And then accrue money, make money off of the fact that you're interacting with the thing, right? Depending upon how much activity is associated with the thing. So, which lets me know that they don't know what the fuck they're doing. This right here, a DeFi protocol specialist from the Ethereum Foundation would know this, would know what I'm telling you, which is why I applied. So I can sit down and I can explain this to them over coffee and a tried everything bagel. The fact that what the fuck they're doing is fucking shit up. But I'm gonna be denied. You know why? Because you're not looking for this. You're not looking for what I'm telling you. You're not looking for like, hey man. Legally, I wish I had a lawyer so I can like make sure that what I'm saying is safe, protecting me from fucking things, man. I want protection because I don't know what the fuck if I fucking tell Ethereum Foundation, hey man, if you do all this shit but then you lose it, I don't know, man. But I don't think you're necessarily looking for this. I'm clicking apply now, and then let's see what it says. Oh, it's the same shit. Oh, look. What you'll be doing, it's really tiny font. Act as the primary point of contact for DeFi teams. Stay up to date on the latest protocol developments. Uniswap, V4, Aave V4, Morpho V2, and other emerging designs. Using Pendle for yield trading. These are all things. Now, there's a time where Vitalik dabbled in DeFi, but the overall sentiment was like they didn't like DeFi shit and they didn't like NFTs. I was like, so what are you all doing? They didn't vocally support anything. What are you all doing? You mean to tell me that you weren't doing this already? So Benji, what initiatives? Go back to what the fuck this guy said. So any foundation sales to grow the network by paying for human and research expenses? So you haven't been doing that already? So what are you doing? And you know, I was gonna DM the guy from the Ethereum Foundation who also said a month ago he was looking to fill this role on Farcaster. He said it. He literally said, "Hey man, we're looking for like a DeFi specialist, blah blah blah." And I submitted. I said this before a couple of weeks ago during the Afties, but I'm just saying it again because I'm like, you're still looking. You're still looking. I thought they looked like there was a couple of people who said they would throw their hat in the ring. You're still looking. I don't understand. But like So, and you say it says Ave Dow, and then it's in a negative by 5K ETH. So that means there's no money going there. And then all these other things, these are all funds and shit. These aren't DeFi initiatives. These are funds. Oh yeah, but they got plus this, and no, that's shit that they bought themselves because the price just fucking went up. This is all, look, from August 25th to the price of ETH fucking shot up August 1st or something. After months of being in the fucking shitter. So what are you doing? Dude, I'm confused, man. I don't know what these people are looking for. I don't know what you're looking for. That's why when I apply and I say this shit, I say, hey man, so by the way, Solidity Dev, right? And then they're like, are you sure? Are you sure you've done Solidity Dev work? Are you sure? I'm like, my keyboard is sure. My fingertips are sure. My eyes are sure. 12 hours a day is sure. Very sure. Very sure. No, but I don't believe you unless you sit in a cubicle here in our office and I see you work 12 hours a day. Then I believe. Then maybe we'll maybe we'll give you a little 10,000 ETH that we just fucking sold. All right, yo, I'm just fucking bitter, man. I'm just bitter as shit for a couple of reasons. The U.S. regulator grants Polymarket relief on event contract reporting rules. So, if you've been living under a rock, sports betting has been a thing for a lot of times. In the meat space, you got DraftKings, Prize Picks, you have Underdog Fantasy. But in crypto, the biggest prediction market was Polymarket. Polymarket did some incredible things. Then you had Kalshi that tried to copy the wave. But the thing about Polymarket was like they were investigated by the feds I guess a day or so after Trump took office because someone erroneously said that Polymarket manipulated the presidential race. That they manipulated the presidential race. And by the way, whoever that is with the open mic, please mute your open microphone. Thank you so much. This is the Afties, motherfucker. You will learn if you haven't learned already. Thank you. Polymarket was basically alienated, and then a very scary thing would pop up on the thing and said, hey, if you're in the US, you can't trade. If you're caught using a VPN, we'll freeze your account. All these things, so scary. But yet, Americans were still using Polymarket. I'm like, well, how are they using it? Anyway, long story short, they're saying, hey, you know what? So what's his name? Shane Copeland a couple of weeks ago said the investigation's over. They found no wrongdoing. And not only that, we acquired a United States army to represent us. Pushing crypto innovation off seas is something that the Biden administration does. And that was basically what happened. They said that Polymarket had a hand in convincing people that Trump was the overall majority winner. And because of that, they were bitter. They said, you motherfuckers are doing illegal things. This was like a voter fraud, but digital, you shadowy supercoder. That's the whole thing that happened. Again, this is rectified. Whether we're Republican or Democrat or not, I don't care, man. I'm about you, about us. We're crypto heads. This is a plus because I love Polymarket. Polymarket is great. I love it because it's fun. It's quick. It makes sense. It is literally, and this is one thing I don't understand, a very, very successful project on the Polygon L2. But for some reason, that success did not trickle into Polygon proper. Makes zero sense to me. And then not only that, USDC on Polygon or the Polygon token as a whole did not gain any support. But that wasn't Polymarket's fault. That is a Polymarket thing. That is Sandeep's fault. Why? Why did this happen to the point where Shane is saying, hey, we've considered shifting gears and moving to a better L2 or making our own L2. I'm like, how do you fuck this up? How do you fuck this up? How do you not take advantage? How do you not take advantage? How do you miss this mark? Base doesn't miss this mark. Base saw the power of Farcaster and basically rolled it up into its own app. Slapped on the Coinbase chain, gave people imaginary wallets to interact with their Farcaster wallets, co-opted the mini apps. I don't know how Polygon didn't take advantage. I don't get it. Anyway, all right. Look. Wait, where's the last thing? Oh, so see, SEC Chair Paul Atkins says that they're providing regulatory framework for crypto. Some of the way I've read that the wrong day. It's a key priority. It's a new day at the SEC. Oh, thank God. Thank God. Thank God, man. I hope it is. I mean, no one really cares at this point. All this legislation has been going through. It's done nothing for the price of anything. The XRP finally resolved their court case about 2 weeks ago. Like them and the SEC just decided, man, fuck this, man. We don't care. Just let us end this shit. They threw up their hands all together. They're like, look, man, this whole court case was stupid as shit. Let's just both agree that we don't give a fuck anymore. That's really what happened, honestly. That's really what happened. Still hasn't done anything for XRP or their RLUSD USD stablecoin. Bitcoin is still languishing around over 100K. Ethereum is languishing. I don't know why the entire space is languishing. There's no sideways opportunities. I'm just hoping we need something. I think we need something as a whole. I think we need something. I don't know what that something is, but shit, I need something. All right, y'all. So that being said, oh man, we need something. I believe that within the next 4 months, we need something as a whole. That something will come. Something nice should come within the next 4 months. I don't believe that that's gonna be the OpenSea airdrop. Side note, Pranksy made a good point about the OpenSea airdrop. Very good point, man. I don't know if anyone's gonna get anything. They haven't said anything. I don't know why they didn't just fucking drop the shit. I think they're waiting for Ether to Moon, which is not gonna happen. And that not happening is just indicative of the entire space as a whole. So anyway, shout out to everything that involves Farcaster, because that's what I'm betting on. And I'm betting on all you. All right, so yo, fam, do me a favor, share if you've been here the entire time. Yeah, I see everyone here. Yo, share your wallet address. Thank you for attending. Shout out the entire leadership team here at meme.com. Shout out to the WIP crew. You know, of each and every single one of you WIP fam. Drop your wallet address in the channel. All right. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming through to this edition of the Afties. Much love, and I'll see you later. Oh, by the way, again, DM me if you're interested in the bounties. DM me if you're interested in the bounties. This does not make you part of the WIP crew, but you are WIP fam. The bounties are open to you if you partake. All right. Oh, by the way, No, because we didn't send out, like there was no attendance award for last week. The airdrop was the reward. Let's count that as a award. This is starting this week, y'all. Starting this week for your attendance. Oh wait, let me just make this clear. Hold on. The distinction here. WIP crew. If you're part of the WIP crew, you receive 2,000 WIP monthly. So at the end of the month. So not the attendance award for you attending here. You actually being active members. You're clearly contributing to the WIP. You get 2,000 monthly. WIP fam, for you in attendance, you receive 100 WIP for attending. So that's the deal. If you participate in the bounties have different aspects to what's associated with each bounty for the value. All right, and you receive that. So yeah, I hope that's clear. Okay, so that's that's very clear. So WIP crew, you don't have to share your address. You're getting the 2K monthly. And WIP fam, for you attending, so let's say you attended today, right? You're gonna receive 100 WIP. If you don't attend next week, clearly you're not getting 100 WIP, right? Simple, right? And then the bounties, if you are interested, you DM me. And that doesn't make you WIP crew. That you are fam though. In the future, depending upon what you're able to do, Matthew and Rizzo are there to talk to you about that. If you're, I don't know. That's yeah. So that being said, thank you so much, everybody. Much love, and I'll see you later.
1, 2, 3, 4. Sunshine, mashed potatoes. I want chicken. Cheese. Yes. Oh, cheese. Oh, cheese. Oh, cheese. Oh. This is awesome. Oh, awesome. Awesome. Oh. Sweet dreams are made of cheese. Pizza's good too. I like where this is going. Yeah. Yes, cheese. Kill the audio box with fire. Death to audio problems. Lactose intolerant people. I am so sorry. Give me that shit. Give me that shit. I got carried away. We all love a good meme explorer song. Cheddar, blue cheese. Better Way says cheese emoji. Rendon has cheese. Meme explorers with extra cheese. Death to audio. Death to audio problems. Death to audio. Audio problems. Cheddar won't go out for days. Cheese is like fuck yes. Oh, to audio problems. Death to audio problems. Death to audio. A gift of cheddar cheese. Audio problem don't deserve to live. Two emoji with the tongue sticking out. Emmentaler and Gruyere. That almost rhymes. Cheddar is money given now. Spend some of your cheddar on that, please. Rizzle says death to audio problems. Rizzle says death to audio. Oh, Rizzle says death to audio problems. Rizzle says death to audio. Lots of gifts of cheesy things, all up in the Discord of Meme Explorers. Oh, lots of gifts of cheesy things. Cat with heart eyes, clap, clap, clap. Cheese steak cookies, hi, cheese is the best. Gifts of cat with cheese on their faces, death. The only thing we love more than cheese is gifts. The only thing is fondue. Whistle says death to audio problems. Whistle says death. Audio as a milk. She is live. Audio problems. Cheese is live. Oh, yeah. Yay. The little kitten says LOL, and Elmo's on fire, and Ernie's got condoms on his ears, so fire, so fire. Death to audio, to audio, death to audio, LMA, give me cheese, oh give me death to audio, death to audio. Vibe check, death to high pain. I want some lemonade, make cheese great again. Condoms on the ears, that's what it looked like to me. Oh, death to audio problems, to audio, death to audio problems, to audio. I'm vibing, make cheese lemonade. When life gives you rotten cheese, you make cheese lemonade. So much cheese and some sriracha, some cheese and some sriracha. Me vibing big time when whistle coins. You make nachos, you make nachos. Love the song so dope, stuff that cheese in your face. Stuff that cheese in your face with jalapeno. With jalapeno. In your face, cheese whiz. Pickles, yes, cheese whiz. In your face, I said death to audio, to audio, death to audio, to audio, death to audio. Elmo's audio, Gooder audio, rapping like their audio, shaking audio. Yeah, that's it. Oh my lord. Whew.